Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hi guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your #1 source for all things film and movies. My name is Eli, and today we are talking about the top moments from the Avengers Infinity War. The movie was just so well done, so many moments just stuck with me. That being said, today we are counting down my picks for the top 10 best moments in the film. My list might be a little bit different from your list, so leave a comment down below with what your list for your top moments from the film were, or just what your favorite moment from the film overall was. Alright, let's get into this list. Number 10 on this list goes to Star-Lord's rivalry with Thor. It's funny because when you think these two characters would have a rivalry, you think it would be something more aggressive, but it turns into just general characteristics and intimidation and appearance that play the major roles into this rivalry.
Are you making your voice deeper?
No, you
He
are.
just did it
You're
again.
entertaining the goddamn.
This is my voice.
And it's just so funny to see how it plays out, and since it happens early enough in the film, it's playful enough where I think it really works well, and it's very believable for these two characters to kind of have this rivalry. It's really a one-way rivalry between Star-Lord to Thor. It was just so funny to see on film and to see these great actors kind of play off of each other, and seeing Star-Lord try to appear intimidating was something hilarious. Definitely one of the funnier moments in the film. Number 9 on this list also has to do with Guardians of the Galaxy when they're with Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man.
What exactly is it that they do? Kick names, take ass.
It's just another great moment of how the Guardians of the Galaxy, while they're serious characters and there's a lot of depth to them, they really serve as some solid comic relief in this film. And just a lot of the clips that happen during the interactions with the Avengers are amazing. And just the general interaction where they think that they're enemies and then they're fighting but they're not enemies, and they have this mutual friend in Thor. It's just very clever and well done. Number 8 goes to the post-credit scene. What a great way to hype up crowds despite that ending, than to give crowds a little sense of hope moving forward. And reintroducing Nick Fury, who we haven't seen in a film in a while, really worked well there, and it left a lot of questions to who this mysterious character is. We know it as Captain Marvel, and knowing that there's a Captain Marvel movie coming out early next year really sets the stage for what's coming next in the following Avengers film. Number 7 goes to Spider-Man finally getting to become a member of the Avengers. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan from the very beginning. I've always loved Spider-Man, and even when the first Avengers film came out, I was so disappointed because I've always felt that Spider-Man is such a crucial member of the Avengers. It felt weird that he wasn't there because the whole IP debacle on who owned the rights to Spider-Man film franchises. Now that that's all sorted out, Spider-Man is finally in these movies, and he's an Avenger like he always should have been, and that just made me smile when he officially becomes an Avenger. Whether you like Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, you can't deny that Tom Holland's at least good at it. I was very excited to see Spider-Man finally get that Avengers title. Number 6 goes to Thanos' backstory. I think most of the time in the Avengers movies, we don't get to see too much insight into an enemy character or a villain character. They're usually pretty two-dimensional. I do have to give the credit in the MCU, they do a good job at trying to develop the character and at least give us an idea why there's a motive. But for once, we actually got to see a little bit more, a slightly larger scope into Thanos and who he is and what drives him. I wouldn't say it's like the best villain ever in a film, but I would say that it's good and it's decent, and it made the film interesting, and it kept the plot going and kind of makes sense. So because of that, I really appreciated Thanos' backstory and how they really set the stage in developing him and showing how powerful he really is, even without having all of the Infinity Stones. He's just a pretty solid and awesome character, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. Playing off to that leads us into number 5 with Gamora's death, or sacrifice. It's such a heartbreaking moment that you really see coming pretty far away, and it just hurts so bad to see a character that has played such a big role get killed off in the way that she did, especially trying to do whatever it takes to stop it from happening and to stop Thanos from getting another Infinity Stone. There's just so much heart in that moment, and you even see how it affects Thanos. And I think that it's just a really well done scene, even though it's terrible and it's sad. It really helped the film kind of have this full circle sense of emotion where there's some really upbeat parts and some really depressing parts. Number 4 goes to the opening sequence where Thor is on the ship and Thanos arrives, and there's just so much that happens in that scene with Loki's death, with the Hulk getting sent back to Earth, and being defeated by Thanos. Really sets the stage for this movie, and you really know that this isn't just some easy villain that they're gonna be able to take out. Like, this is the villain that is going to match all of the Avengers. And they do such a good job at just setting the scene early on in the film that I really appreciated it, and I think it set the tone for the entire movie. Number 3 goes to the relationship between Vision and Wanda. I don't know, I feel like lately in the Avenger movies, a lot of the romantic elements kind of get written off. It just seems like all of the relationships have kind of been taking a side seat in the films to further the action plot, and I understand it. There's only so much space they can put into these films. So it was very refreshing to see that Wanda and Vision kind of had forged this relationship together, especially because there was so much chemistry in Captain America Civil War and this kind of back and forth. And it's cool to see that there was this extra romantic line and stakes in this film, and it really fulfilled the things that were missing in the MCU. So I appreciated that. It also made the ending to the film a lot more heartbreaking when Wanda has to kill Vision and then he gets resurrected just to get killed again. It was intense, it was deep, but it was really crucial for this film and the believability of this film, that there's more emotion than just living and dying. Number 2, this one's a little bit more abstract, but it's all the moments that didn't happen. When you go in to see Infinity War, you kind of already have these ideas of things you expect to happen. Like, I expected to see the Hulk fight against Thanos more at the end than just the beginning scene. I expected to see Iron Man and Captain America talk to each other again and kind of have this high tension after the events of Civil War, and that stuff just doesn't happen. We really don't even see Peter Parker meet any of the other Avengers other than just the few he's with. I had these expectations of what was going to happen, and not having it happen makes me excited for the next film where it hopefully will inevitably happen. And finally, that last scene of the film, everyone knows what I'm talking about, that snap of the finger. That moment was game-changing because it's just expected, but then at the same time, you don't believe it could possibly happen. He left a lot of the audience walking away with their jaws dropped because people didn't really expect it to happen. And it was just something that I thought was really well done. And obviously, I don't think these characters are gone forever, but I think it sets up the MCU moving forward, and it's really exciting to see where it's gonna go. It was just kind of cool to see that technically something bad could happen to anyone. No characters are safe, and I really liked that, and I think it's also gonna set up the next film to be a goodbye to a lot of the original characters whose contracts are up and they're ready to move on to other projects. It's really cool to see that they're gonna get the spotlight at least before the characters go. We don't know who's staying and who's going, but at least we know that there's probably going to be a big role with any characters before they do leave. But that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button down below, and be sure to check out our social media, links in the description down below. We'll catch you guys next time with a brand new video. Bye, guys.
Ready? Let's go.
Hey, it's Gigi Hadid. For more videos like this, click here.
Hi, I'm Cara Delevingne. Please don't forget to subscribe by clicking this button right here. Boop.
Thanks for watching.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.